to like take care of everything. I said, come on, man. Look, you've been to NBA. You've been to the circus. You've been to NBA All-Star games. I don't know if you've seen Cirque du Soleil. There's only so many plates one cat can spin.
Yeah.
And what you're asking college coach, dude, you can't spin 100 plates at one time. They go, sorry, you can't do that. One person can't do that. You know. And secondly, to what you're saying, I'm not one that's on the bandwagon of getting college athletes paid. I don't think that's necessary.
Talk to me about that.
I'm of the belief that I think colleges, especially when you broaden that conversation about like colleges as a university, because all colleges don't have great sports programs and all colleges don't have money coming in for sports programs. You know, so you're asking for a universal answer to something that is not universal. I am of the belief that if you're going to use a universal rule that needs to be across the board, that colleges need to just allow their student athletes to have the ability to make money the same way everybody else that is on scholarship at that school makes money. So I'm not a proponent of getting them paid. I'm a proponent of not allowing them to find a way to make an income. So the student that's on a music scholarship, on an academic scholarship, that can do whatever they want to. They can get a side job. They can, they can sign autographs. They can do whatever. There's no restrictions on what they do. Yeah. Exactly. They should have college athletics or kids that are under scholarship for college athletics should have the same ability to do that as everybody else on campus that has a scholarship. I basically think the scholarship rule should be universal for everybody. Okay. So if a kid, if you're on academic scholarship and your mother dies and the dean or the chairperson of that department that you're under scholarship from gives you money to fly home for your mother's funeral, no problem. Why should an athlete be held on scholarship for different, that's all I'm saying. And that eliminates the slippery slope of like getting paid. Just make it fair.
Exactly.
That's all. Just make it fair across the board. And that goes across for all colleges.
Nobody reasonable can fight with that. I got one more question, and then I'm going to do my Supreme Court thing. Talk to me about Jabari Parker and the Bulls, and then I do a thing called the Supreme Court every time I have a guest. I don't do the top 5 dead or alive or the Mount Rushmore because 4 and 5 is not enough. Supreme Court, I figure that they can make a ruling on whatever it is in that particular sport. Whatever top 9, you can do top 9 people who influence you. You can do top 9 basketball players. You can do top 9 football players.
Oh, snap.
Supreme Court. But it's on you. Wherever you want to go with it, your top 9. The Scoop Jackson top 9. You can do top 9 people on all the sports. But I call it the Supreme Court.
I'm glad you gave me that and I got to answer a question but then think of this at the same time, right? Okay, I got it. Okay, I think I can do this. Okay, Jabari. I think Jabari is a very smart move on the Bulls' case, especially the way they structured the contract, where they're spending $20 million this year, and don't have to sign up for next year, depending on how this year goes. I think from a business standpoint, it's very brilliant because of the connection and his understanding to the city of Chicago, and his reverence in the city of Chicago. And I think it's smart to do this with him coming off of 2 ACL injuries where he feels that he has to prove himself, and the fact that basically Milwaukee gave up on him, and they gave up on him with good reason. But I don't think they really gave it a chance because I don't think they really gave a full chance to see what Jabari and Giannis could do together. They really never had a real chance to play together, if you really think about it. They did it for a minute with Jason Kidd, then Jabari got hurt, and then Jabari comes back. And they really did it under another coach who's like just got in, so they really never had a chance to see what they could build together. But Chris Middleton is a hell of a ball player, and they got it may have been too much, especially with bringing Eric Bledsoe in there, and you really, now you got too much scoring and not, so it's,
right.
Yeah, I get why Milwaukee did what they did, but from Jabari's standpoint, you're getting a Jabari Parker that's coming off an injury, but also feels that a team gave up on him, so he has something to prove. That's that extra incentive. So I like what the Bulls have the potential in getting in him. That said, and especially with the money they got him, that said, I really do hope that this city does not put the immediate pressure on him that they did on Derrick Rose saving his franchise.
Okay.
Because, I thought that the city, to a certain degree, treated Derrick Rose fairly on what they asked him to do on the basketball court, but I think it, I won't use the word I want to use, dumped on him on the whole other side of what they expected him to represent and do. And, I thought that was very, very, very unfair, and I would not want to put that on anybody because I believe our city really, they didn't allow Derrick Rose to even come back and play basketball. They wanted Derrick Rose to come back and save this franchise. Exactly. They didn't even allow him right, and the city just flipped on him. Regardless of what comments he made, regardless of what decision he made, every decision this city made and held against Derrick Rose was all about him bringing this franchise back to playing in the playoffs, being with it, reaching this full potential. And I don't want that on it because I think that's unfair. I think that's really, especially as we said earlier, dealing with a medical staff that can't tell you what the hell is wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose, why do I keep getting injured? And when you keep not getting answered, and you're like, man, I ain't playing, and then the city's mad at you. But when you do play, they want you to come back and save it. It's not like Derrick Rose was asked to come, as I say to my wife all the time. They asked him to come out the driveway doing 60. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's like, yo.
Yeah. Turn the car on.
If you got a driveway, you coming out the driveway looking, you coming out 5 miles an hour, you working your way in the traffic. No. Dude, you coming out the driveway, we want you to do 60. And I don't want that on Jabari Parker, but I have a fear that the city, even in 1 year, even in a short period of time, especially with all these young players, are going to put that on him. I hope they won't. And I hope if he does well, then they sign and they extend the, play a second year. I hope that doesn't come to him. But my feeling is that there's a fear that will happen because I've seen it before. I've seen it before, and I hate to say it, I lost a lot of respect for us as a city of Chicago for the way we actually treated Derrick Rose. And once again, I'm not saying that from a basketball standpoint. I'm saying that from what we expect from him as saving this team as a standpoint. And I just thought that was unfair, and I wouldn't want Jabari to go through that. Not at all. I think that's unfair to anybody.
Oh, I totally agree. And if worst case scenario, he end up with the Pacers, we can still see him around the house.
No, you know what? Here's the thing, man. I think what Chicago got going on, I don't know if Jabari's going to fit because I think, look, to me, last year before Chris Dunn went down, I would not want to have seen them. They were for real. I mean, I've always thought Chris Dunn was the deal, and once he got here, he proved himself to be the truth. Yeah. But once he went down and then on that freak dunk where he hit, they were a ball team I would not want to mess with. And I think coming back, go ahead.
4 minutes. We got 4 minutes. I need you to talk.
Okay, let's get it done. I'm sorry. That's a whole other conversation. Right. Okay, let's go.
I'm feeling the time too, man. You got to come back.
Yeah, we do it.
Okay, top 9.
So now it's my Supreme Court. I got to do my Supreme Court, right? Yep. Just in life, people in my life. You know what? I'm a steal an advantage.
You could do people in your life. You could do athletes.
No, I got you.
You could do hip-hop, wherever you want to go.
No. I got you. No.
Okay.
If you ever come to my office, and Wanga would tell you this because he's been to my spot, is that my office is like I try to present it like a museum where I'm surrounded by people I respect, greatness, and this, that, and the other. So I try to come down to my office every day and surround myself with influence, and it's black influence. So I'm going to not sit down and write down these. I'm going to look around my office and run off. I got 9, right? So you keep count for me.
9.
Okay,
right.
9. First off, Harold Washington. Second off, we mentioned him earlier, Nelson Mandela.
Mm-hmm.
Third, Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth, KRS-One.
Mm.
Fifth, even though I have differences with him now, what he's doing. Fifth is Spike Lee.
Mm. We must be brothers some kind of way.
Six, Marvin Gaye.
Mm.
Seventh, Arthur Ashe.
Mm.
Eighth, Muhammad Ali.
Mm.
And ninth, my wife.
That was super dope, man.
Okay.
That might be the best. That might be the best Supreme Court ever. That's
wow,
the
okay.
Supreme Court in life. That's our community's Supreme Court. Man, I want to thank you, Scoop, man. It has been a 1,000% pleasure to have you on the show. Man, I wish I had more time. Please come back in the future, man. You are welcome to come back.
Anytime. Thanks for having me on, man.
It's a pleasure. Man, it has truly been an honor. I've been a fan. I was a fan back in the Slam days. I like the way you stood up for AI. I mean, hey, man, I've been following you for a long time. I want to really say thank you for being on the show. And I want to thank everybody listening, as I always do. Fiji, Australia, China, Russia, new to the family, Ireland, Algeria, Ghana, Guyana, United Kingdom, Russia, Korea, Norway, Canada, across the United States, everybody who listens every week, thank you for the support. It's a pleasure speaking with my man Scoop, one of my favorite writers. I'm going to say it. He's one of my heroes because anytime you're dealing with hip-hop the way he does, I have to show homage to you. Pay homage to you. It is a true honor having you on the show. Thank you. As I do every week, I want to thank everybody who's listening. I want to thank and I pay homage to Reggie O'Shea, a.k.a. Combat Jack, by saying, dream your dreams and man up and woman up and live those dreams. Because life without dreams flows in black and white. Life with dreams flows in Technicolor and surround sound. 2 fingers, 1 word. This your man B. See y'all in 168 hours, and you already know how it is.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to. Once again, it's done.
Again, thank you, Scoop, man. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, man,
I'll get
anytime.
at you as soon as possible.
It was a great interview. I really appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Man, thank you. Have a nice evening.
All right, now. Talk to you soon, man. Peace.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.